Right off the bat, I want to say that a 5-day training split works well for beginners. But if you're an intermediate or advanced lifter, I think a 3-day split just works a little bit better. You'll see why when I compare this to push-pull legs. Here we have a standard 5-day split. I just want to set the scene for you real quick. The first couple weeks, we're taking rest days on Sunday and Saturday. Monday through Friday, chest, back, legs, shoulders, arms, and we would repeat that indefinitely. When you do a 5-day split, it's good to keep the same rotation week to week to keep it as consistent as possible. Since we're doing a whiteboard example, I wanted to show you different variations. These next 2 weeks, they're different in that we're not taking 2 days off in a row like we are here. We're taking a rest day in the middle of the week. That helps to break up some of the action, and you'll see why that's important here in a moment. With the 5-day split and 2 days off in a row, what ends up happening is certain muscles only get hit once a week, which is fine if you're new to lifting. You could get away with doing that and still make consistent progress. But I think as you get more intermediate to advanced, you want to hit every muscle twice a week. So let's say for the first couple weeks, if we hit back on Tuesday, we don't hit back again until the following Tuesday, and that wouldn't be ideal. Let's say for week number 3, the one that we switched up the rotation a little bit, I wanted to show you that no matter how you arrange the 5-day split, you always kind of run into this issue of certain muscles getting in the way of others. You train back on Monday, you're also training biceps. Now this is assuming you do compound movements, since these 2 muscle groups work together. But then you run into 2 days later, you also have to train biceps again. And in this case, your biceps might not be fully recovered. Same thing goes with when you train chest on Tuesday. You're also training shoulders. A quick solution to this would be to not take 2 days off in a row, but instead take a day off in the middle of the week on Wednesday or Thursday. That helps to split up some of the action so that if you train biceps on Tuesday, you have a rest day in between when you have to train biceps again, presumptively. But at least you have this rest day in between these 2 days, and that helps a little bit. I think it's good to give every muscle enough rest, but not too much rest, because otherwise you're leaving gains on the table. It does help to put a rest day in the middle of the week to split up the action, but again, you run into this issue of certain muscles are not resting for long enough, and others rest for too long. I said previously you should wait at least 72 hours, but I don't think that's necessarily true, especially for beginners. Because I can remember when I was in my early 20s, I'd be fine after a day or 2 before hitting that same muscle again. So it totally depends. Understand that as you get more advanced, you're gonna lift heavier for more volume, cause more muscle damage, and that's why it's more important at that point to get enough rest between workouts. Now let's compare that to push-pull legs. In this plan, I'm taking every Sunday off. That's my designated rest day. So I wrote rest for every Sunday. I also want another rest day in the middle of the week, since for the 5-day split, we took 2 days off a week. I just want to make it more comparable to that. So to do that, either schedule one for Wednesday or Thursday, doesn't matter. And then for the other days, just fill in a consistent rotation of push-pull legs, legs pull-push, pull-push legs. It doesn't matter what your rotation is as long as you keep it consistent. The next thing I want to show you is the difference in number of times you hit each muscle with this system compared to the 5-day split. If you tally up all the workouts, you end up with 9 push workouts, 8 pull days, and 8 leg days. Multiply that by 10. This is a 5-week plan times 10, that's 50 weeks, about a year. You're looking at 90, 80, and 80. Compare that to a 5-day split. Here I did the same thing. Same number of rest days per 5-week period. But if you multiply these numbers by 10, you end up with 50 total workouts per body part. Just comparing 90 workouts or 80 workouts to 50, that's a big difference as far as total volume. So I think PPL is better if you're trying to maximize muscle gain. Also, if you're more intermediate to advanced, you might need more rest between workouts. 5-day split would make more sense if you do isolation exercises or building muscle is not your primary goal. if you want to be more athletic or just want to lose some weight and you don't really care about building a lot of muscle, then a full body workout, upper lower body, or a 5-day split would make sense. I think I found a way to make the 5-day split a little bit better. We'll call it 5-day hybrid split. And we're taking every Sunday off and every Wednesday off. Once you write rest, follow the same rotation. In this example, we're doing chest, arms, shoulders, back, legs, and we're repeating that. This is like push-pull legs mixed with a 5-day split. Let me show you what I mean. We train chest on Monday. The next day we do arms. Now this is the primary focus of the workout, but we include back as a secondary muscle group. What that means is maybe you include 1 or 2 back movements at the end of arm day, just to target it a little bit. With shoulder days, same thing. We want to keep shoulders the focus of the workout, but maybe include 1 or 2 isolation movements or compound movements for chest and triceps. Now, an important thing to note here is you don't want to train triceps 3 times in the week, like if you do it here, here, and here. So triceps are more of a floater body part that you sprinkle in as needed. You're still only training legs once a week, which the main difference between this and push-pull legs is you're only training legs once a week, whereas with push-pull legs, you're training legs twice a week. The hybrid split might actually be a better fit for some of you, because if I can remember when I first started hitting legs consistently, sometimes it would take up to a full week to recover from. If you train legs on Saturday, sometimes your legs will be sore all the way until Thursday or Friday. And so that's something you want to keep in mind. That's why this might actually be a better fit for intermediate lifters who maybe want to switch things up a little bit. But the key is to remember arms and shoulders always get in the way of the rest of your upper body. So all we're doing here is splitting the work evenly between our upper body. But that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. I have a handful of push-pull legs videos. Click or tap into this playlist right here to see that. If you have a question, leave it in the comments below. As always, until next time, I'll see ya.